I got a shorty I've been with for a long time, right? So now I gotta translate the Riz over to the joystick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. Whether you survive this outcome outbreak, this coming outbreak on the citizens that you make it the next Friday. In the end, there is only one way. You must get yourself a date by Friday. Salutations, good morning, Massive High. It's 6:47 on this crisp Monday morning of the rest of your life. New school week is starting. We have a few groovy transfer students joining the herd today, okay? That's me. I'm one of the groovy students joining the school today, mid-semester. Let's show them traditional Massive High welcome, some light hazing, and a general indifference. We not for this hazing, but okay. This is Oriana Graves coming to you from the Massive High owns pirate radio station, Free Radio MH, 96.3 on your dials in the 5-block radius around campus. As if it wasn't weird enough that the school was built on an old Air Force base. Now, cool cats, I gotta stop giving you all the scoop on the daily jab so I can make sure I can make it to class. The rest of you should do the same. A sleepy head ends up dead. The way she hits the word dead sends a shiver down your spine. You check the clock, it's 6:50. Class start at 7:30. So there's actually time for some more shut-eye. Now we going to class. Nah. I'm hitting that snooze button, bro. Let's be real. Something about what the girl on the clock radio said gets in your head. You can't sleep. You roll out of bed. Your clothes set out already. You're able to be on the way only in about a minute. You spend a few more making sure you don't look like. Now it's time to meet the other students. Your first period is awaiting F100 in room A15, French class. Y'all ever had French class? I did. I think I had French class in 9th grade. Somewhere around 9th grade, man. Y'all like pepperonis? Massive High. A school built on an old military base. The buildings, the dorms you just left, and just about everything else are renovated military buildings. Okay. Built in 1942. The military closed it down in 1993. Some of the buildings look quite normal. However, at the center of the campus is an old control tower. Stands up in the fall like a lighthouse. I feel like someone is watching you from it as you make your way to class. Alright, now we in Now we in French class, y'all. Madame Beauvoir. How y'all say that, man? Some of y'all speak French? I know y'all like Wimby. Bonjour, mon boy, monsieur. I don't know what that is. Salute, Madame Comment Cave. Salute, Madame. Comment vous? Bro. Bien. That's Spanish, right? There are days where I become quite confused being surrounded by so many handsome young men. Is my teacher flirting, bro? Can she be my date by Friday, y'all? I don't know. You're a new student, choose your seat. I might suggest. Yeah, I don't know, man. French. The stigma behind the French, the stereotype. Like, they're just all about love. Like, it's something about Paris and love and all that, and the French people, right? So if somebody coming up to you in French talking to you, it might seem like, you know, a little erotic, something like that. If your mind is there already, I don't know. She points to a specific seat. Trust me, mon boy, this is the one. Something in her eyes let you know she's not joking. It's probably the fact that she's the teacher, yeah. Alright, we sitting. As the students start to trickle in, the teacher starts her introduction. Salut, je m'appelle Madame Beauvoir. Enchanté de te rencontrer. I am Madame. I'm not reading that shit, dog. I'm sorry. Teachers hard to focus on as girls start to enter the class. You always heard that the French class was made up almost entirely of cute girls. At your last school, this has not been the case. It's been 13 boys and the old very egg-shaped Professor Chaplin, who wasn't even French. He's been Dutch or something. Each girl seemed to get their own moment as they came in and took their seats, each of them taking a seat directly around you. Remember what we have been practicing. Introduce yourself. À la France. Alright, right here, this is Vivica, y'all. I'm not reading, I can't read that, y'all. And then the teacher say, no one likes to show off. Second girl, she look rough around the edges, bro. Second girl marches in with confidence. Okay. Her name is Alicia, like Alicia Keys. Je m'appelle Alicia. So Je m'appelle must mean my name is, or I am, right? Is that all? Oh, Liberty, I'm not reading that, bro. Your generic teenage rage angst rolls off. Just sit, my young revolutionary. So she must be the badass. Patty. Je m'appelle Patty, Miss Bouvard. I really want to try and fix it. Something about the third girl is so weirdly wholesome. Maybe it's the way she seems to think. M'appelle rhymes with my apple. I think it's M'appelle. Sit down, Patty. Yes. Alright. She look like she Asian, bro. I heard rumors that the last of the four, she's intense, like she's trying to play a newsroom correspondence on an old sitcom. Sit down, boy. The rumors, she's trying to get some out, and the teacher not having it. We have French to learn, okay? I will note that you refuse to answer. 4 girls, each sit around you, the cardinal direction, you in the center. Your French teachers give you a bit of a smirk. Yeah, why she keep hollering at a boy? You feel me? Now last week, we talking about the French. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Ooh. Vivica raised her hand, waving back and forth. However, she didn't wait for the teacher to be called on. El achut ukul. It sounds like El achut ukul. Bro, I'm saying that all wrong. I know I am. She's correct. This is a French pun that means a burning in her bum. We're not serious right now, bro. However, a better translation is she has a fire below, as the man who made the pun, internationally famous, explained. He's suggesting that even though you can't see it, there's a deep burning sexual fire deep inside this and every woman. This was important because at the time, the teacher keeps talking as other students come in introducing herself. However, it feels like a small little world quickly develops around you. VBQ, always trying to show off. Just because I read and you don't. Oh, damn. Patty, Alicia reads comics, probably. Boa, Alicia mostly reads. It's not a good day to read for me, is it? Anyway, Alicia mostly reads romance novels. Okay. Ha. Kettle Black. So Boa reads it too? I had one of those books with the hunky guy on the cover laying around. You what? You brought a book like that to school? Which one? Hey, what the heck? Hey, Patty ain't up to speed. She didn't get the software update, I guess. So you're the new kid, right? Takes a little moment, realize she talking to me. In fact, all 4 girls are staring at me. It's kind of weird, right? You don't know the half. Once she did a whole class on belly dancing, outfit and all, claiming it was a cultural rights of hers, into some kind of racist mumbo jumbo about a World's Fair. That was not my favorite day. Okay, Vivica. Alicia said, I thought it was rad. Of course, she's a rebel, bro. I think she's sleeping with the gym teacher. Okay. Haha, he wishes. She's nice, but often in her own little world. Says the queen of airheads. So Patty's an airhead. At least I'm a queen of something instead of what? Are you Steve McQueen? Yeah, if he was a badass instead of being a bitch boy. Oh, that's crazy. Who is Steve McQueen? Is Steve McQueen like Steve? A name like Steve McQueen could go either way. I need to find a new scoop to write about something or someone interesting. Looking for a new victim? If you find one, ask if he knows anything about model building and glue. I keep gluing my fingers together and it's really annoying. Nail polish remover will dissolve that. See the chemical acetone acts as an organic solvent. No one asked you. Alright. These girls seem like a fun bunch to be around. They keep going on about school stuff. Too bad you're not involved anymore. This is quite enough, all of you. Please focus on the lesson at hand. So now we got in trouble. They over here surrounding me. As I was saying, the way that sexuality and art intersect, humanity comes to divine. What? The rest of the class is not boring. However, you don't think you ended up learning any French as much as anything else. Okay. This wasn't a good day. In fact, it was terrible. You failed to make any friends and leave an impression whatsoever. Only person who ever noticed you running around was the French teacher. There you are. She grabs you by the shoulder and looks at you seriously. I cannot help but notice the young man such as yourself seems to be avoiding attention. You may be surprised how hard. Your own little bubble. Some people prefer to be part of the crowd. Especially when showing her head off like she's giving you some kind of wisdom or something. You aren't very impressed. 1 week later. This is clearly not the good ending. Alrighty. That's not a good ending at all. I knew it. $6.50. Hit snooze. It's 6:59 now. Snooze. We still got lighting splitting the sky. Alright, I'm tripping. It's just your clock radio blaring as loud as it can. Alright, I gotta get up. Yeah, it's 7:15. I gotta get up. You don't really remember getting dressed, but it must have happened because you're on your way to class. On the way to class, you think someone's on top of the control tower. Somebody is. Seems to be a girl up there. Is she staring at you? Staring up at her, you don't see the man who walks right into you. Out of my way, young man. Watch where you going. He keeps on going, not even stopping to see if you're okay. Sorry about him. He's stressed. Oh, Professor Evans, wait up. A younger girl looking like a student rushes after him. It wasn't so bad, you just got bumped. So it's easy to smash. Okay. You turned in time to slam into another student. This is her diorama. You took the brunt of the attack. Probably been a wind farm before the collision. Now it looks like like a diorama of a smashed bunch of cardboard. Oh no! You're probably gonna be late to class as is. I'm gonna stop to help her. Pick up the pieces and stuff, you know what I mean? That's kinda messed up, you feel me? That love meter just went to 4, y'all. I didn't even know it crumbled up like this. I thought it was sturdier than this. Oh, let me help you. Oh, thanks, a true gentleman. Despite how annoying it is, her class project smashed. She seems very happy to have the help. The two of you collected very sticky and very broken bits of plastic, cardboard, and plaster. I'm new in school. One of the new transfer students, right? We're both supposed to be in French class right now. Betty Beauvoir is so weird. I wish she would just teach class instead. She's always just talking about I don't know, pointless thing that bore everyone. I think I fall asleep in her class more than any other. Y'all ever fell asleep in class, bro? Let's talk about it. Y'all ever fell asleep in class? I know I fell asleep in. I used to fall asleep in what's it called? Spanish class, bro. I don't speak Spanish. Now, I'm a little bit better actually now as an adult, but I'm not fluent. Y'all get what I'm saying, bro. She takes a deep breath and stares at the broken wreckage. This is horrible. As two stack debris up, she looks away. She don't want to make eye contact with a nigga. Well, mostly horrible. Okay, she's smiling. Embarrassment from having crushed the. Okay, but we gotta make it to class. A new student who got lost on the way to class. Everyone meet Marmut. He is adorable but very sleepy. He's a transfer student. You don't know what Marmut means, but your guidance lets you know that the class is full of cute girls, and they're all very amused by the nickname. Not in a good way. Does it mean should I up it with the French? I can up it with the French by surprise. I don't really know what it means though. Oh well, you asked so nicely in French. Very well. Now please take a seat. Make sure I do not hear from you for the rest of the class. Dang. You hear a very small wave of feminine giggles from the class as you find your seat. Worse still, the only open seat seems to be in the middle of a bunch of cute girls with mean smiles. Thankfully, a girl with the dorm came a few moments later and pulls attention away from you. Oh, madam, I'm so sorry, my thing got smashed and I need to fix it. Can I just go to the library? You take the chance to disappear into class. The girl spends a bit of time trying to argue fruitlessly with the teacher. The class is interesting, but the teacher spends so much time talking about the art and philosophy of French, she doesn't really explain anything about the French language. Okay. It's the end of class after what feels like an eternity of facts about French cinema and whatever the French New Wave is. However, just as you think you're about to get to sneak out. Ah, new boy, may I have a word? You look pleading at the girls in class with you. Some of them give you soft smiles, but they all leave very quickly so as not to get caught up in whatever it is. Now, I know you're new to Massive High, but we take things like truancy and lateness quite serious here. You heard the speeches before. While her accident might make it a bit more novel than others you've heard, it's more of the same. Straighten up and fly right kind of spiel. Perhaps it's poetic, but by the time you make it out of French class, you're running late for your next period. The halls are empty as the short period between the classes get over closer to the next class start time. However, you cannot stop when you... What the fuck is she doing, bro? However, you can't not stop when you see something that you've only ever seen in cartoons or TV shows. A person getting out of a locker. A surprising curvy girl managed to squeeze herself out of a surprisingly small locker. Salutations. Obviously surprised, the young woman quickly faces you head on, stare you down as trapped by the politeness. You nod. Great. Let me interview you. To get a fresh perspective on history in school, you slowly piece together a few things. 1. This girl was inside the locker by choice. Was she spying on people? 2. She is clearly at least partially insane. Alright. 3. You're gonna be late for class if you don't get going. I'm new, I don't know the building. I don't know the school, man. I'm new. I gotta get interviewed, bro. A few questions. As a transfer student, are you part of any outside group secretly trying to look into the going ons, mysterious as they might be, like some vigilante. No, because the vigilante works on their own, obviously. I was talking about more of a conspiracy. Why do you think I would be part of some conspiracy? Like I said, this campus has some strange going on, and I, Bo, an 18-year-old superstar reporter, would crack the case. Is she talking in a pen, bro? Okay. See, when I was in high school, they had different pens, bro. And I ain't talking about writing. She strikes a bit of a pose as if expecting someone to take a photo of her. No one does. Why were you in the locker? Eavesdropping on people. She doesn't break the pose even as her smile fades. Okay. Before you can ask a follow up, the late bell rings. Okay. And I'm off to make sure my next case isn't Bo stuck in Saturday school. Not even seeming to be a little self-conscious about talking in third person. She's off. Okay, cool. You had to pee as well. You're a bit late, but the teacher doesn't make a big deal about it. He just tells you to find a team with the least amount of people on it and join them. I see we got a little bell up top. I'm not going to that lighthouse. I'm gonna finish the interview. I'm gonna finish the interview. I think I'm gonna go finish the interview over here. You decide to hang out with Bora while she works on her story. What are you working on? A real humdinger of a humdinger's a real word. Okay. Real humdinger of a story. It's about the top robbers at our school. Well, it's a whole series I've been doing. Massive highs, massive rivalry problem. I haven't gotten the name of the series yet, but I have two pieces done. I'm working on this one about Vivica and Jill, two of Massive High's best students that have been at each other's throats for weeks. She checks her notes. A week at least. I've been following it for a week. I think it went on longer than that. Vivi, as the source preferred to be called, thinks that Jill has been taken advantage of by her science teacher. She's probably not wrong, but she's also jealous. Okay. What is Jill working on? $6 million question. I honestly wish I knew. Whatever it is she thinks is big. Vivi, she doesn't think it's big. She thinks that Evan is just wasting Jill's time cause she's young and naive. If there's one thing I dislike, it's someone who takes advantage of the power they have over people who don't have any. I think the key to cracking this whole case wide open, Boyd bites the end of her pen as she gets an intense look on her face. Let's find out what Professor Evan is really up to. After that, she gets a bit of a far look off. This school's a powder keg, and he's giving off sparks. You feel the silence after that go on for a moment. Do you always talk in cliches? Do you mean, do I always talk in a poetic and fiery way? Sure. Yes, it's not my fault that most people. She looks you up and down and insists on using simple and pedantic word choices. She gathers her stuff. I'm going to go eavesdrop outside the teacher's lounge. You enjoy being verbally uninteresting. She flashes you a devil may care smile. It's from a song, what I said. She tips her hat to you before heading on. We helping Patty with that little project we messed up. Devin the East, she's looking for some. How can I help? Take a seat. I'm looking for evidence for this. The rat. Okay. I think this is rat teeth mark. See? I'll help you find more evidence. If you find anything, you have to tell me. I gotta know. A weird brown one. Is this something? Oh, that's huh? Patty taps the book and you see it looks like rat dropping. Gross. She laughs in a sort of chipmunk-like way as you toss the turd away. That proves it. Nothing leaves rat droppings besides. She stops for a moment, obviously for dramatic effect. Rats. Patty looks at the marks again. Really gross rats. She motions to another dropping. It seems to be sticky, to be a sickly green color, even grosser than normal. So now what? We stop the rats. All of them? Yes. How dare they do this to me? So what's your plan? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find the rat that dare destroy this thing of beauty. Proof I can show the teacher and be like. She motions to the mulch that was once her project. That evil rat destroyed my project, I would say to the teacher with my best teacher face. She makes a pretty good teacher face. Then she points directly at you. And you're going to help me. Please. Shrug. We give a big shrug, but it seems enough for her. Now I need to find a book on rat catching. Patty doesn't find her book just yet, but it's clear her intent is real. Picking in class during break, kids seem PE gear and playing around. At first, you thought they were playing dodgeball, but it seems doing a lot of things with balls. Okay. Mostly throwing them at each other. New kid! The PE teacher calls. Right. They didn't give me your name. Why do I always get last week's sheets? Do you know we won 3 straight volleyball championships? Do you care what I have to say, or you just talking to talk? Close doesn't slow down as he talks over you. His practice at shouting down teenagers is clearly top notch. I wanted to be 4 so badly. Alicia, she's my chance. She's the key. If only she wasn't so violent. He turns and stares into the trophy case. There seems to be an empty spot next to the 3 other ones. I need this. I need to make sure people remember me after I'm gone from this school. They'll look in the trophy case and think, that coach got 4 of those. Sorry to crack it to you. If they're not into sports, they're not gonna care, bro. They don't do nothing for them. You don't have anything to add, though. You do wonder if he's having the midlife crisis. Whatever you do, new kid, don't get into teaching. It seems good. Summer's all, steady pay. Get to hang out at school all day. No one noticed, no one cares. Sensing that none of this pertains to you, you back out of the gym slowly. Break period is over and we're in history class. Greetings, class. You look around the class, double take. The PE teacher seems to be the teacher. No one else seems to be surprised by this, so you assume it's normal. Written on the board, his name is Mr. Cogswell. You assume that is the PE coach. He is the PE coach. If everyone can open the book to page 306, so we got Vivica in here. Is that where we left off? No, but it's a good starting place if we're gonna actually get through the subject matter before the standardized test. Yeah, okay. Who wants to start reading page 306? Vivi, nobody asked, so we got Alicia in here too. Vivi just sticks her tongue out at Alicia. It seems friendly. You get the feeling that Mr. Cogswell doesn't give history the same kind of energy he gives PE. The rest of the period is just people taking turns reading. However, you're being distracted by giggling, shifting sounds. However, when you look back, it's Alicia and Bull sitting in the back corner. You can't shake the feeling that they're doing something interesting with one another whenever you're not looking. Class ends, but before you actually see anything, you thought you saw them rubbing legs under the table. They might have been kicking each other, but your young teenage mind prefers to assume the most erotic thing possible. They're obviously murderous lesbians who will kill their teacher and escape to Canada, bro. Class is over. Are you okay? You look like you're drooling. Patty breaks you out of your daydream. After you wipe your face, you shuffle out of the class. Murderous lesbians, bro. Check out the lab. Some kids are eating lunch here. Some hang out. Hello, yes. Who are you? I don't know you. New transfer student. Oh, yes. Well, you can use the lab during breaks. However, all lab equipment can be signed out during class only. Any violation will get you banned from the lab during breaks. Do you understand? Yes. Good. Go back to whatever he's doing. He seems to be writing or reading something or both. He said lab experiments, lab equipment can only be logged out during class. So during these break times, he probably doing them. I don't know what he doing. Whatever he's doing with that student, bro. You see a girl looking through her book. That's the girl right there. New transfer student, right? You seem busy? Yeah, I'm supposed to make sure the class stays on track today, even though Evans will be out. I just met him. That's his job, isn't it? I just talked to Evans. I mean, yes, but look, it's not, get it out. Like, Mr. Cogswell, the PE teacher, will be the substitute probably. He normally is. So, I'll be helping him. But I just saw, okay. Evans is really busy, you see. He's working on something that's going to change the world. And I really need to read all this before lunch ends. So, sorry, but she kind of turned away from you and get back to work. You peek into the French class during lunch period. Come in. It's an empty classroom. The teacher seems keep it open during breaks. Kind of weird. Tell me, student, do you believe in magnets? Believe they have magic powers? Oh, yes. I got one of those magnet matches. I no longer have the chicken legs in the morning. Huh? Makes me wonder if maybe putting a big magnet under each student chair would increase students' health. Like a magnet under the chair to help keep the blood happy. I think I will suggest it at the next budget meeting. Truth is, if I want them, I have to buy them myself. The school never pays for anything. Since the teacher was willing to keep talking to you about the magnets, you slowly back out of the classroom. She's just talking to me about magnets, bro. Science class, your first one. However, things are chaos. Everyone, can you please open your books to 303? You heard the girl. Page 303, everyone. The PE teacher blows his whistle loudly, getting the chatter giggle up kids to quiet down and focus. Okay, now we're working on the basic chemistry, bro. She knows everything. Tone of her voice is unmistakable. It's Jill. It's Vivica. Jill, yes, turn to page 306. Temperature in the room drops about 5 degrees. You heard the brainiac. Page 306, get to it. We're going over some basic chemical reaction. Everyone is going to need to put on goggles and know how to use the eyewash station. Eyewash station is over there. Holy hell, what kind of children's device is that? It's the eyewash station. I'd rather lose my eyes and put them in there. Yeah. Who's sitting right next? Okay, Vivi is sitting right next to me. Wait. Are you her lab partner? She huffs and talks low enough probably no one else can hear. A student teaching a class is ludicrous, especially when she's so frazzled from helping out Professor Evans' special project. She can barely keep herself together. He's taking advantage of her. Jill's smart, but she's not smart enough to see that. Teachers shouldn't take advantage of students. They really shouldn't. Evans just making Jill do all his work, and if he does accomplish anything, she won't even be mentioned in the final paper. It happens all the time. Okay, so we're supposed to be doing this. She points at the book. It look like a lot of words and color images to you. It's horrifying. However, I think what I want to try is something like she flips forward a few pages 6 times as scary. There's so many colors and things. Wait, is that a skull and crossbone warning? So we'll need here. Put these goggles on. Safety. Okay, it does the same. Sorry, gathering a mess. It looked like something out of volatile. Okay, volatile reaction. So we don't. Yeah, because we don't want any volatile reaction. So can you hand me the next one? Step 31. It's over there. You're hearing her the green chemical. Takes it, pour it carefully into what she's working on. Oh wait, this is. It's at a moment you realize she's been pointing at the red chemical. We didn't even have the red color up there. You haven't seen it. Oh well. What's the worst that could... Explosion. Thankfully, it's made of mostly foam. It's gushing out of the container in front of Vivi. Ah! She stumbled back right into you. Foam goes everywhere. Both of you fall, and the world goes dark. Oh, come on. Get up, you two. This is such a mess. This better get cleaned up or the school is going to blame me. You can hear just fine. You can't see. Is there foam all over your goggles? You reach for them, but you feel something else. Warm, soft, and Vivica. Hey. She's on top of you. You realize you have a moment where you realize that she's sitting on your face. That's crazy. Hold very still, shove her off. This gets dark, man. This gets dark. This gets if you shove her off, does it make you mean though? I didn't invite the action to happen to me. So for me to push her, it's gonna seem very like, you're not supposed to hit a woman, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hold still. Obviously, she's gonna realize what's going on. She's gonna look at the class. She's gonna be embarrassed. She's gonna get up. So there's no way she just stay there. So I'm gonna stand still because I don't know what's going on. The hold very still is nice, warm, and just a good place to be. Okay. Alright. Eventually though, she managed to get herself off and jumps up. The world returns. Vivi is covering what looks like some kind of foam standing in the middle of the class. Everyone is staring and laughing. Eventually you both get to cleaning. That's what happens when you go off book. If Vivi doesn't say anything back to that, she's too embarrassed, but she clearly wants to. By the time the mess is cleaned up, the bell rings. On the way out, Vivi doesn't look you in the eyes. Sorry, I should have made sure you knew what I was talking. Never mind. She rushes out of class before you can ask. Jill invites you out to dinner near the school. Welcome to Danny's. It's Denny's, y'all. This is what this is, Denny's. It's the only 24-hour restaurant in town, so a lot of kids come here. Who is Oriana? Oh, that's the girl from the mic. Yeah. Yeah, lots of burnouts wasting their lives in these booths. Yeah, other girl Oriana, she's kind of invited herself. She seems to want to bother Jill about whatever she's helping Professor Evans with. So Evans project, it has to do with the white cell development. Who told you that? You did last time we talked. Did I? I've been pretty tired lately. So what exactly is he working on? I can't say. Jill, come on. Look, come on. Oh, that's us saying that. Stop it. Come on. I promise. Come on. He's trying to get a very horrible nerve disease, okay? Yeesh. Not in a weirdly serious way. So, what do you think of it as, you know, a person? Why all the interest? Probably the most interesting thing going on in this sleepy town. His research is going to change the world, right? Well, he is very smart. So, He's always saying, don't be like that. He's a bit short with people. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Jill give a bright smile to you, and she almost pulls off the force of personality to make that claim. After some bottled sodas, a bit more chit chat, you say your goodbyes and you head to your dorm. Make it home well to your dorm room, which is going to be home for at least as long as you go to the school. Quite a day, but maybe there's a place for you here. You're tired, so this boy went slam to sleep. And now we got rats. We got rats at the window. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You see something move in the dark outside your window. You see something move in the dark outside your window. Take a closer look. You see a small animal, a rat. The rat stares at you for a few moments. It looks weird. You don't know why. The rat sends shivers down your spine. It crawls off into the night, and then there's just darkness. You probably just letting things get to your head. You try to get some sleep. A smooth and soft, smoky, feminine voice, yeah. Tuesday morning, the groovy transfer student I mentioned yesterday seems to have made quite the splash. The problem with standing out in high school is people notice. Look after yourself, new guy. You can't trust anyone at this school to do it for you. Been ordering grades. If anyone tells the teacher about me, I hate you. You check the clock at 6:50. The class starts. Time to get up. Can't be late. Madame Bovary seems to be in standard. A lot of French opera was at least the first based in Italian opera. Mon Boeuf. Bro, I don't speak Spanish, y'all. It takes you a moment to realize she's directly talking to you. Oh no, you just got singled out. What is the French word for opera? You had almost forgotten this was a class and not some kind of strange version of stand-up. This was probably in the worksheet from last night. Did you even do them? Everyone is looking at you now, especially the cute girls all around you. This is your moment. I want to say El Opera, bro. BN. Someone did their worksheet. I don't remember doing a worksheet. I do not remember doing a worksheet on. Nah. Looks like you did your worksheet or you looked it up online. Either way, good work. Alicia, dweeb. That was really good, actually. Wait, was that 2 words? It sounded like 1 word. The guy who speaks French is pretty sexy. Golly. Ha, really? If they're from France, yes. I mean, it's not the same if they're not. Nigga. Alright, bro. Oh yeah, French guys are hot. American guys, eh. Alicia make eye contact with you as she tilts her head back and forth, clearly letting you know she's judging her. I think the way you said it was sexy. Don't listen to them. Hey, Ray, what do y'all got going on, bro? You think he's sexy? I didn't mean it like that. I think you did. That's crazy. I didn't. Three of the girls start giggling as one sinks into her seat. You think it's gonna be a long time but conjugation lecture, you only partially observe class. And bro, am I even doing work in class, bro? I don't know no French. I do. Je m'appelle and El Opera, however you say that. However, as you bend over to get your bag, you feel something squeezing your rear. Huh? By the time you look back, though, all you see is all 4 girls heading off. Did one of them? Did you imagine which one? French class is a dangerous place. But somebody touched my butt, bro. It was Patty. So okay, Vivica is saying that someone was. Hold on. Vivica said that my French was sexy. So that was that counted as the interaction. Even though we seen her previously. That counts as the interaction with Vivica. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get the numbers up. You agree to let Bo interview you as the voice of the new transfer students in school. First, I want to thank you for allowing me to interview new transfer student. Thanks. The question is going to come hot and heavy, so I don't expect me to hold back. What is this for again? School paper, if they'll have it. My blog, if they won't. Why did you leave your last school? My parents wanted me in a better school. Ah, yes, Massive High has great stats. She interrupted you in a moment. It's clear what you were going to say. Are you into boys, girls, neither, both? Y'all, what I look like? All right. Okay, girls. A good choice. Always been a fan myself. She like Team Peach. It's okay. Wait, what did she say? Still a virgin? What? Can she ask that? The way she stares and you make it clear she's expecting the answer. Okay. She taps her pen against her notepad. No. Didn't think so. Dang! What is this supposed to mean? How do you feel about spaghetti straps? What? They're a big thing. Got banned this year. No one is supposed to wear them, but everyone does on the slide. I don't know what those are. They're dresses or tops where the way it hangs off the body is like tiny straps, like a tank top. But the part that comes up is over the shoulder is thin like spaghetti. Is that what they are? Well, now you know. You come across a turtle overturned in the desert. That sounds familiar. You don't have enough food for both of you to survive. Of course I do. Do you save the turtle, put the turtle out of its misery, or leave the turtle to its fate? Turtle is my favorite animal, y'all. So this might be underlying the actual story of this game, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna at least turn the turtle over, bro. I don't know. That's not a frick. All three are horrible. That's the point. I'm saving the turtle, man. Even if it meant my death. I said like a true hero is someone with a hero complex. Okay, I have all I need. Huh? Wait, that's all you wanted to know? I'll see you around, new kid. Don't be a stranger. That she puts notebook in her bag and she heads off. You can't even begin to imagine what she could write based off the interview. Then again, it slowly dawns on you that she knows a lot more about you than she did 10 minutes ago. Okay. You peek into French class. You hear the teacher talking loudly. The reason that there's love such an imprint, not only in Europe but the United States as well, is they have a zest for life hidden. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like her. The class isn't empty today though. You see Oriana, one of the other girls from around the school, is in there. Do you have any of these films anywhere? A few compilation DVDs. The quality is not the best, but as one ages, one gains value, even if it's lost quality. Being very comfortable with one another, you get the feeling this is probably a regular thing. You decide not to interrupt. You decided to spend some time with Patty, who seems upset over her grades. I can only get great grades. This is so dumb. Stupid was supposed to save my grade, but instead it got smashed. Oh, Patty, you're not being mature. Don't think crying will change my mind. Should smash stupid face. Trimester is over. There's still plenty of time to fix your grading. I guess there's a lot of work, and I already tried so hard. I thought trying to focus on my strengths in arts and crafts instead of what I'm bad at, science, would work in my favor. Guess I was wrong. Not that grades matter that much to me or anything. School natural. What does matter to you? Do you have? What does matter to you? People I care about, family, things like that. I guess I do want to go to college. Just seems like something I should do. I need to not fail science if that's going to happen. My dad is always like, honey, you don't need college. Find a cute boy at church, which is just dad. All of those, which is just dad. All of those guys are pod people. Pod people? Huh? Yeah, guys who go to church and tend to be pod people. Dress nice, talk nice, think nice, probably filled with rage bullying underneath. They don't come off genuine. Not being a little unfair? Of course I'm being unfair. That's just so scuffy. I just don't want to end up defined by the person I end up with. I want to be me with them. I want us to be more together than apart. Ryder gets a sly look on her face. What do you look for? A girl who knows how to cook? Hey! If it's truly me, I might pick this one, bro. I might pick this one. Hey, bro. And it ain't end all be all, but it's like, hey, bro. You know, I try to hold up my end of the bargain as a man, bro. So I like meals, bro. What should I say? Oh, you know, a girl who knows how to cook. You know what I mean? I'll say just that, a partner. Even though I want to say a girl who knows how to, I'm gonna say a partner. You're just saying what I want to hear. All right, bro. She called me a dummy. She doesn't seem all that upset. I just think it sounds nice. A partner, someone who has my back and I have theirs. But forever, family, is not so silly, right? No, not so silly. Patty gives a nod and look you think is supposed to be charming. You're a good listener. Thanks. I feel like she has the bigger number because she's thrown out there so much. Like, the first interaction is with her, so she gets the head up, and then when she does appear again, she's with the girl. So it's like, I don't know. History class starts with a loud whistle from the PE teacher. Okay, everyone listen up. There's some real dark, real true spooky junk we're going over today. Disease. We got the Spanish flu. We got the Black Plague. We got syphilis, AIDS. We got cholera. The big hitters of disease. Oh, malaria. Not on the syllables. Yeah, but I think it not on the syllabus. Okay, we're going to break up into groups. He breaks the class into groups. Or everyone through a fairly setup where people are handed pieces of paper to let them know if they're infected. Okay. Yeah, everyone's supposed to shake hands with other people. Afterwards, everyone's supposed to show their paper to the people they shook hands with. And mark them on it if the person is infected. Okay, everyone got their papers? Go. You check your paper. Your paper is blank. Shake hands with Vivi. Shake hands with Patty. She isn't infected. At least not yet. She gives you a confused smile. What does that mean? Okay, find someone else to shake hands with. Oh, we going through. Oh my God. Boa, Alicia. Again, Boa has a number by her. She's second in the race. We gotta go, Alicia. Wrong choice. I'm unclean as hell. Yeah, okay. She's not lying. Her paper is marked. Okay, now everyone check your paper. If you saw someone with the mark, you should mark your own. After all of it, you check your paper. You have the mark. Guess you caught the plague or whatever. Okay, now everyone who has a mark on their paper, raise their hand. See that? Wait. Was that how all of you... Did I do this right? Did I give out too many? The bell rings before the confusion can be cleared. He don't even know what he's doing. This is my favorite subject in school, bro. Lunch. Lunch was my favorite subject in school. Head to the lunch line and smash. Bro, why are we always running into Patty, bro? Somebody tell me why. She kind of want to be seen, bro. Oh, come on. You walk right into Patty having her food right up against her. Can't seem to stop walking into things this week. This top is ruined. Oh. She seems finally realizes you. No, we keep seeming to running into each other, bro. I know, it's like fate, right? The humor of the situation seems to take the sting out of it for her. She has a certain smile, and the fact that it's like, oh, it's fate. It's too early to determine that, bro. That smile kind of maniacal, bro. She might be seeing me in passing and being like, oh, I gotta be near him, bro. I don't know. I guess I have to keep an eye out in blind corners for you specifically. See what I'm saying, bro? I don't know, bro. It ain't as organic as a man would wish, bro. Going to get back in line after I clean up something. You find Boyd's notebook sitting around in the quad. You can't read most of it because it seems to be written in weird markings that make no sense to you. A few pages though, which seems to be more personal notes, are in plain English. There's some weird stains on page 2. Does everyone hate me? Is written on page. You look up and see Boyd clearly looking for her notepad. It's symbols that describe whole letters or phrases. Pretty good spy language, huh? Let you write as fast as someone can talk. Faster even. Yeah, why isn't it all in shorthand? Oh, well, it can be hard to read after the fact, so I only do it when I'm trying to write down what people are saying. Why? What did you... She snatches the notebook from your hand. See. She sees the page you saw. Oh. With the big size, she sits down next to you. I was in a bad place when I wrote that. Some real ne'er-do-wells had been giving me the real runaround, twisting my knickers with their lack of mint. Twisting my knickers. I know everyone doesn't hate me. She tears the page out of the notebook, crumbles it up, and throws it away. There, see? Problem solved. Who made you feel bad? Oh, asshole. Jerkface. Bigots. Oh, that's crazy. Remember, got straight that I'm about to do a few choice assholes. Jerkface think that's worth harassing me. I let it get to me one day. Oh, I thought. Oh, it was about everyone not liking me eavesdropping on them, watching what they do and say in secret, exposing their lies. If I let that get to me, I'd probably have tied a rock to my ankles and jumped in the river years ago. Something makes it hard for you to believe she's been like this for years. It's possible though. It's all moot though. A strong person doesn't let small-minded people make them feel small. Alicia doesn't. People try to be twice as mean to her as they ever are to me, and she lets it roll off her back like water off a duck. Or I guess more elephant or grizzly. Maybe less waterproof, but much more aggressive. She's impressive. How much do you like her? This female, she carefully considers the weight of your words. A lot. She says it simply, but it has a lot of weight too. Not something I want to go into right now, but I like her a lot. You nod. Alicia's impressive. Everyone is impressed by her. They respect her or they fear her. That's what I want, to impress people. She slows down and she starts to say it, but she doesn't stop. Clearly she was thinking better of it before it came out. Sounds selfish when I say it that way. Well, how else would you say it? That I need to be impressive. You need it? So people will listen to me when I have something worth saying. You nod at that. It doesn't sound so selfish when you say it that way. I guess it doesn't. There's a silence. It isn't awkward. It's oddly familiar. Bola's voice is very serious. This like sardonic wilt it often has is gone. I know people don't like loud women. I know they don't like people who get in their face and write down what they say, but it helps. The whole belligerence. It makes it easier to ask the hard questions, and they do not need to be asked. Selfish or not, she adjusts her head so it's on at just the right jaunty angle. Someone has to ask her a question. Most people aren't willing to. She slaps the notebook against her arm. Thanks for finding it. It can't crack the next big case. I can't crack the next big case without it. She puts the notebook away carefully and gets up. Don't read my private shit ever again. Yes, I know that's hypocritical. At least she knows. She waves over one shoulder without looking back as she walks off. We just learned a lot about her, bro. But she likes Alicia. Why does Alicia have one? That small interaction in class, bro. They might got a thing for each other, bro. So who's the right choice? You see a girl leaving. You think you've seen her around campus. She brushes past you though in the classroom, just the teacher. Just the teacher. You see that the teacher is reading. Pataphysics is written all over the cover. Who was that just now? Oh, that was Orient. I don't know what that is, bro. Overall, she's a sweet girl. She is not one to make friends, though. Sad, really. She spends a lot of time here during break. She's an old soul like me. It isn't clear what she means by that, but she stares off in a meaningful way. Then she goes back to reading her book and seems to be done talking. I don't know. They always seem to be talking though. Oriana, man, she seems mysterious. You peek into the gym and hey, it's a transfer student. Ha! PE teacher's giving you a nuggie, one arm around your neck. Why is he so big? You come to get some extra cardio, play some of the old four squares? To be young again. Before life sips away all of your energy. Your joie de vivre. Joie de vivre. Still full of joy, still full of hope. Okay. You haven't lost a spark yet. You've still got a chance. Tell me, transfer kid. What do you dream of? What do you want in this world? What do you think you might achieve before you've had it beaten out of you? He hasn't let you out of the headlock. The ability to breathe. He lets go of you finally. That's enough wisdom being forced into your malleable young mind. Dismissed. You don't argue with him. Science class, and much to everyone's surprise, Professor Evans is here. He also tells you impromptu to always call him Professor Evans. He has a class off books doing some sort of experiment. It's a pretty simple process, and then you drop a substance B and put it into A. If there is any kind of reaction, you note down the number designation of the mix. After that, you move on. I want to see at least 10 kits per lab. It isn't very interesting, but it isn't hard at least. He's having us do his laboratory busy work now. This is the equivalent of a scientific sweatshop. going to explode on us. She's smiling. She's smiling, y'all. I guess there is that. Still, what is he up to? Vivi and you, well, mostly Vivi are able to get through 20 of kits. Is he testing a reaction between proteins? Maybe something to do with RNA reception. Very good work, you two. What is this for? It's just to help you see what it would spend a day in an actual laboratory. Work like this. This is the day today of any chemist or biochemical engineer. Her has eyes, but the bell rings, which as any high schooler knows means that you don't stay in the classroom any longer than you have to. What are these two doing over here? Maybe they both beside each other. You agree to let Patty use you as a guinea pig for some cooking she's doing in her free time in the lab. Patty's running around using the ovens they have in their lab. Okay, try these. Patty rushes over. Oh, she made some cookies! Piping hot cookies. They're stacked up in a very Americana way. Okay. You pick one. And drop it right back down. They're steaming. What do you think was gonna happen, dummy? She has a big smile on her face while saying that. You try again. Man, you can get the cookie in your mouth without melting anything. It tastes terrible. It seems like someone is pouring salt right into your mouth. This could take some time. Oh man, how do we tell her? That bad, huh? You give your best smile, but it's clear just how bad it was. I think I used too much salt. You're pretty sure if she used any more salt, you would have died. It's not my fault. The ovens here at school are different from the one at home. I thought I was checking it. It seemed to taste fine when I was mixing it. I don't know why I have such trouble with simple recipes like this. Maybe my palate is broke. You just have to follow the recipe. I thought I did. Maybe I got some of the measurements mixed up. Also, I hate when they say things like pinch or sifter or whatever other magical made up measurement that doesn't mean anything. It's just no, it means some stuff. I want to be good at all of this stuff. Making cookies, cleaning things, ironing, sewing. I don't seem to have a lot of natural talents for it though. I think it's fun, but I seem to be bad at all of it. It's frustrating. She picks the cookies up and tosses them in the trash. I just wish it was easier to be who I want to be. Thanks for trying to cook it. Sorry, I almost poisoned you. I'm trying. Oh, let's just continue cleaning up. Okay. You see Jill standing in a small gaggle of people that all seem to be fairly friendly. Okay. Yeah, I know I got back on the eyes, but Professor Evans has been wanting me to help type all the notes. He can't type his own notes. He's very busy. I'm helping streamline his process. And have that weird, sneaky looking guy as, you know, his that thing where you assist somebody, an assistant. This nigga's dumb, bro. That's the one, huh? You think a professor from university could make do with one assistant? A university here in the States, we say, hey, maybe the uncultured Yanks do. Professor Evans is a genius. You maybe all don't get it yet. What he's doing is going to change the world. Think you seem tired all the time lately. Really count on me. I just can't let him down. You eventually decide to stop eavesdropping. They all seem pretty familiar with each other, and you see your fifth wheel just even thinking about going over there. Homework done. Passing out early is the right of every high school student. You get some shut eye. You awake. You don't know why. Your heart is beating 500 times a second. You feel like your bed is shaking. The bed isn't shaking. You are. You're terrified. You don't even know why. You can barely move, like you're frozen. Long twisted shadows in the dorm room seem to reach out for you. Is that a person lurking through the dark?
You can't move. No matter what you do, frozen as the shape moves from view. When it's gone, you finally sit up with a gasping start. Looking around your dorm room, the shadows are normal again. You take a quick look outside and you don't see anything or anyone. Was it just a nightmare? Takes you almost an hour, but you manage to go back to sleep. What happened next is up to you.
There's police caution tape around the old traffic control tower. One of the cops has a nicer head than the others. He looked like the one in charge, Sheriff Matthews. There's no security cameras on campus. No, at least I hope not. I don't think so. Right. Think we gathered up all the students. I'm sure this is going to just wind up all of them. Yeah, probably a good idea. You know, a lot of other students showing up on campus mill around trying to see what's going on, yet far enough away not to be able to see or make out much. You see Patty, half hidden and head over. This is so embarrassing. Sheriff Matthew is my dad. Wow. Has he told you what's going on? Not really, no. He wanted me to stay home from school today, but he wouldn't tell me anything, so I had Mom drop me off. This might explain why she's half hidden. All I know is someone fell off the tower, not a student. I don't think so. Guess it could have been, but I think none of us would have been let into the school at all if it was a student. Should go without saying. Why anyone goes up there at all, I don't know. This is just a matter of time. The top of the tower with her. It does look very high up right now. French class is a buzz of rumors about what's going on. Quite literally, students are speaking loudly and wild theories are being flung around. Someone was dressed up with a murder on camera, someone else gang member, someone else a political murder. Settle class, settle. There was no murder. Okay. There was no murder, tragedy, yes, but no murder. A homeless person fell off the tower. No one is supposed to go up there. But don't even go near it. The police are doing an investigation. There may be an assembly later, but I thought for class we could just watch a movie today. Y'all remember? Let me see y'all age, bro. Y'all remember when a teacher used to have to go to the library and on that roller cart roll down the movie screen, or send one of us to go get it? And those TVs with the fat backs, not these smart TVs, the slim. I'm talking about the TVs that was thick enough, like real thick in the front, but the back was fat as hell. Yeah, y'all remember those? That was the time, man. Bill Nye the Science Guy, Brain Pop. Even though Brain Pop was more the computer with the projection. Just nostalgia, bro. There is general cheers for the movie. So I shall show the Clio D507, one of my personal favorites. As the film starts to roll, the students excitedly slowly wanes. It's an old black and white film about some woman who is waiting to find out if she has cancer. It leaves quite the mood in the air. It doesn't matter if she has cancer, she's barely alive as it is. Antoine is cute. Antoine is cute. He's a badass, probably killed people in war. Oh, this is a love story. How sweet. You don't know if any of the girls actually understand the movie. To be fair, you don't know if you do either. If I go over there to that tower, bro, I kind of want to go over there to that tower, but I don't know, bro. I'm going to talk to Patty. And see if her dad told her anything. You've agreed to help Patty with her rat revenge plot. Does it look like a hole to you or a rat hole? Patty is on her hands and knees It's an old building. There's a lot of holes. Many of them possibly rat holes. Kind of looks like rat hole to me. We only have so many traps though. I had to open her backpack. It's filled with traps, the cheap wooden kind. There were some traps that were designed to not hurt rats. Humanitarian, I think they call them, which is funny because rats aren't humans. They were too expensive though. She sets one of them down. The supposed rat hole. Stupid rat. It's just. You know, it'll get hurt, like dead kind of hurt. Duh. Patty gives a kind of overly happily looking smile at that. I mean, she frees her face slowly falls. I just want the rat to pay for what it did. I'm not bloodthirsty. It's a diseased animal loose in the school. Also, they're gross and scary. Me too. Want to go, I don't want to hurt it. I feel all disgusting. Imagine them running around on the walls. I just want that feeling to stop. Hopefully, this keeps anyone else from suffering. Like, Patty laughs at her own dramatic statement and sets another rat trap. Traveling across the highway. Eventually runs out of trap. We'll see tomorrow if we hit rat or not. Thanks for keeping me company. This man just got a kiss on the cheek, y'all. Kiss on the cheek. She gives you a quick kiss on the cheek like she was 5 or something. Runs off. 56. She's at 56, bro. We not gonna see Alicia. We gotta go to this tower. It's crazy, bro. You head over to this house, run up at it. It's hard to think about what it would be like to fall off. Hey, kid. Get back off the grass. You see the sheriff walking over to you. Didn't your teacher tell you to stay away? I know. Tell kids not to go near a thing. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Not much of a crime scene to protect. But procedure is procedure. Yo, that's definitely her dad. That is definitely her dad, bro. I don't know, it's just something to it, bro. You live on campus, you give him a nod. You see anything strange last night? Tell him about what you saw. Just shake your head, ask him about what happened. Oh, well, don't worry about it too much. I'll be telling everyone in a bit later. Now move along and stay away from the tower, alright? He shoos you off. I could have told him what I saw last night, but I don't know. Trust no one, bro. All the students are funneled into the assembly hall. Settle down, kids. Settle down. Look up. They're so loud. All right. All you undeveloped fetuses, Sheriff Matthew needs your attention. Give it. All the kids look up, quiet down mostly. However, given what's going on, whispering and rumors are rippling around at incredible speeds. Yep. Now, I'm sure you all very worried. You're worried. Alicia, do not make me give you more gum duty. Be quiet. A member of the local law enforcement is talking. Don't worry about it, Coach. Kids will be kids. I mean, my own daughter insists on coming to school today, even though I tried to keep her home. One day, they're your little girl. The next day, they'll be making choices all on their own. All of you, no need to worry. What you probably heard is true. Someone died on the school campus last night. However, we figured out their identity. It seems like it was probably an accident. They were probably drunk, went up on the tower, then fell. This person who got hurt is not a student. I doubt any of you knew him. For obvious reasons, no one is allowed up on the tower anymore, and going up there could be ground for suspension and even legal action. This is for your own safety. You know, this could be staged,
Because Professor Evans probably got some things going on up there. This could be staged for the professor. Patty is sitting next to you. You can see her face go beet red when the sheriff talks about her like that. She honestly looked like she might set the seat on fire with how pink she's getting. He's just your dad. Try not to judge him. Yeah. I'm going to kill him. No, but he's such a dunderhead. My bad, y'all. There will probably be an officer or two on campus for the next few days. They're there for your protection. Don't let them worry you. You all have a good day now. Patty mumbles something, but you can't make it out. It sounds angry. Sheriff takes a few questions, but when they turn out to be fairly inane and pointless, one kid asks what kind of gun he has. The assembly is finally finished. Why he didn't tell him what type of gun he got, man? On the way out of the assembly, you see one of the girls from your class run off. Alicia. Oh, I'm tripping. What's up with her? Probably chasing UFOs. Oriana, is a weird girl. You hear yelling in the male lab. Like any red-blooded teenager, you head over to see what's going on. You're not going to do to Professor Evans what you did to Richard. You're only protecting him because you have a schoolgirl crush. What? Evans is 3 times my age and you Jill and Boyd yelling at each other. It boils to the point where you're almost afraid it'll come to blows. And when two girls fight, generally it isn't for show. Someone gets hurt, yeah? Thankfully, Jill stomps away in a huff. Emotional responses like that suggest the shoe fits. Jill may not have even heard her as she leaves. Once Jill has gone, Boyd finally noticed you. Heard all that? The last bit, mostly. Jill doesn't have a crush on him, at least not sexually, but I knew it upset her. Why did you want to upset her? Yeah, why did you want to upset her then? People often let things slip when they're angry. Jill never lets anything slip. I've been trying to get her to give me the scoop on Evans for weeks. Thought I'd give her the rough and tumble, but she's a polished marble. She's really like doing anything for the story, y'all. She's trying to really be a reporter or analyst, you know what I mean? Boyd stares at Jill, at where Jill went, like she's staring at her through the wall. You heard what she said? Some of it. Richard was the teacher who used to work here. The guy was a slime, a real muck that needed raped. Excuse me. It was taking advantage of girls at the school. The kind of creep that makes your skin crawl through 10 feet of concrete. Knocks her hand on the wall as if to illustrate just how creepy the man was. Yeah, Jill didn't seem to see it that way. Jill thinks that everything was blown out of proportion. A lot of people think the girl Richard took advantage of were exaggerating, or also they claim it was only kissing and hand holding. I don't care if it was just steamy love letters and they never touch. You should not use the power you have over others just to get what you want. It's for once she doesn't seem to have something super colorful to say. The worst. I want to apologize for exposing someone's grime to the light. The light is the only disinfectant society has. It's the only way to get rid of the grime. Sound like you regret it? I regret some of the specifics. People who weren't Richards got hurt. I don't regret what I did, and even Evans is doing it. If Evans is doing anything he shouldn't with the power our state has given him over us silly youngins, I'm going to find out, and I'll hang him with the rope he's given himself. She leaves after saying that. Mostly you think because it sounded like a good line to leave on. don't know, bro. Boy, some of these people kind of weird. When you show the science class, the students are all milling about outside. He's just been so busy. It's really understandable. If you just knew what he was working on. Yeah. What is he working on? I don't think he's allowed to just do this. Shouldn't the coach be here? You see, there is a note tacked outside. Science class is canceled. That's crazy. The door's locked. First thing we tried. Actually took a few minutes for someone to try. We could break the door down half class anyway. You do remember that my dad and a lot of other cops are just walking around campus right now, right? Ha, yeah. Let's not break the door down yet. Where is Evans? I don't know. I wish I did. Student milling around minutes, but eventually they disperse. So is Alicia on another episode? She shows up, but it's like if she trying to get this race off, she is far behind, bro. 30 points behind somebody, 13 points behind somebody, 56 points behind somebody. She's not. Let me go speak with Patty for a little bit. Hang out with Patty at the library. She's always at the library. My dad's a sheriff in town. I think I noticed that. It's kind of neat because, you know, he's the sheriff. However, it has its downsides too. Way overprotective. My dad don't like way. He once flew me out of a tumbling class because I bumped my head. Like, forever. I never got to go back. He hates the idea that the world is full of so many things that could hurt his family. He's always trying not to talk about some things he hears and sees. You can tell. And sometimes if he's working at home, he leaves out some photos. I don't go peeping, but I've seen things on the kitchen table late at night when I go for a glass of water. Patty looks off. She's obviously thinking about something specific. What do you think of guns? Well, this is escalating quickly. They're cool. I know, right? So cool. Ever watch any westerns? A rifleman has gun will travel, 6 shooters, and bad brawls. Pow pow. I'm not sure anything is as cool as someone in a cowboy hat with gun smoke drifting around them. I can't really pull off cowboy hats, not like my dad. Patty wiggles her finger over her head, where she clearly wishes she was wearing a Stetson. You don't tell her this, but I'm really jealous of Alicia playing with rifles all the time. She always going to the local shooting range and talking about how she used a 264 or something else really cool like that. I wish I got to play with guns that much. I wish I got to fire a Winchester every week. Alicia is cool, isn't she? I guess. It's pretty obvious she's uncomfortable as she starts to fidget. She's physically talented. It's obvious that was the last super nice thing she has to say about the other girl. She's a bully. She always making fun of my shoes, which are really cute, by the way. I mean, did you even notice them? She kind of wiggles her feet to show her shoes on. She's always interrupting teachers. Well, I hate that. The teacher's trying to teach us. She doesn't care about anything. She's not a cool rebel. She's like kind of the worst. Aren't you two friends? I'm thinking, ain't the 4 girls friends, or maybe they not? Me and Alicia? Excuse me. God. She spends a few moments thinking about it, her eyes rolling up and to the left. She might have never really thought about it before. I mean, I guess we're friendly. Does that count? She's just not very nice. She's kind of mean. You do not point out loud that those are the same things. I just wish she's, I don't know, loosen up or something. You might think she seems like carefree rebel or whatever you think she is, but
She's just an angry little girl. Trust me. Pretty sure I've heard her crying in the bathroom before. Well, I think it was her. Might have been someone else, honestly, but she's probably done it before. I mean, I sure have. She laughs nervously, obviously not sure if she should have admitted it. Anyway, she gets to go shooting whenever she wants, so I'm jealous of that. I just feel less afraid when I hold a gun. Sometimes I carry one around, or not, just around. It makes it so I can face anything. I only do it if I feel really unsafe. I don't just keep a gun on me all the time. Go ahead, check my purse. No gun. She lifts her purse and hold it out. You do check. Why is she pressing the issue about her holding a gun around? What happened to the drunken person on top of that tower, bro? She really has a love relationship with these guns that she's talking about. Now she's like, oh, I keep them around. Oh, I mean, only when I'm feeling unsafe. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not. I don't know. Hey, don't look at my purse. What's wrong with you? She snatches her purse back. I want my own rifle. I guess having my own pistol is enough. She's mumbling this as she stares off, obviously fantasizing about the firearm she could have one day. I don't know, bro. That was strange. A very strange day. You make it back to your dorm. It's harder to focus on homework than you expected. All you can think about is that tower and how dark it would be if you fell off in the middle of the night. Sleep does not come easily. Once more, find yourself staring out the window at night. However, tonight is too dark. Maybe there's no moon. It's just black. Sleep comes eventually. Okay? Date Z, y'all. 3 episodes down. I thought all the girls were friends. Obviously not. We got Vivica. She's the show off. I don't even think she's a show off. She's just smart. She's overly smart, right? She pays attention. She likes to answer. She's just, she's witful. But going to school with a bunch of butts is going to be hard. You're going to be hated. You know what I mean? Patty, her dad is the sheriff of the town. Top dog. When you got legends in your family, it gets kind of embarrassing a little bit. Notoriety. Even when you don't ask for it. Boa, she's like, you could like her or you could like her not. Like you can love or hate her, bro, because she's like trying to be this reporter, getting into people's business, but don't want her business out. You know what I'm saying? Very hypocritical. Very, very hypocritical. You know what I mean? And then Alicia's just like that anomaly. The woman of anomaly. She seems taller than most of them. Muscular. Rebel. Some people can see it as insubordinate. You know what I'm saying? There's two sides. Two sides to every one of them. We just haven't ran into Alicia, bro. We ran into the other 3 girls. We haven't ran into Alicia, so I don't know. Would y'all like, if y'all got any more games in this similar category, would y'all like to see me play a little bit more of these? Do I read like Floyd Mayweather? And y'all let me know, man. This has been Date Z. Y'all let me know if y'all like it. Peace, love, prosperity.